Man, what a night. All right, buddy. Hey, so check it out. We went and got your electrolytics sorted out and did test your tubes for leakage and grid conduction on my tester. But this is how they're shaking out currently. As you can see, the plate voltage is nice and stable. Got a little wiggle on your inboard tube, on your old 6L6 GC. That's what I would expect to see. But you do have quite the discrepancy with respect to plate current. Now I do have her on the limiter, which is why the plate voltage is so low, and it's a good thing because look where the current is. And that's fine for now. We're not going to burn anything up, but these tubes need to go. Unless you want me to do some sort of a balance circuit. I don't know if you're married to these tubes, but one of them, while they do have a lot of strength left with respect to their cathodes, one of them is a little weaker than the other. As you can see, it's just a bit tired, and it's about time to change these guys out. But have a listen. So right now, this is going to change. I mean, obviously when we have a healthy set of power tubes, but just have a listen. This should be about equal. This is your normal volume all the way up. Okay. Turn that down. Your normal channel's volume is considerably louder. I did measure the mixer resistors, and one of them, instead of being 220K, is reading around 283K. The other is about 240K. I'm going to change those out. But as it turns out, the one that had drifted upward the most is over the normal channel. So we'll see what's going on there. It's probably because these tubes are original, all but the phase inverter, the 12827, which I had to replace because, again, that thing was missing, right? So I will give you an update shortly, but have a listen to this. Oh, there's almost no sound. We have a loose or broken joint, or one of these carbon comp resistors has a fissure. Just really anything I do that barely torques the board, is cutting the signal. And let's see if it's influencing the plate voltage, so we can get an idea. So maybe it's the screen supply. I might monitor that. That's nice and loud. So I'm gonna clean up some of these joints. I'll reflow them. I'll get back to you. And oh yeah, just touching base about the normal channel. What I'll do is I may do like a tone stack lift instead of having this bright switch here. So maybe what I'll do is, if you kind of look at the old Marshall schematics, like the JTM45, and you'll have like a bright cap over the mixer resistor for that particular channel. Maybe I'll experiment with that so you don't lose any of the top end, but you can go ahead and have like a nice lift and gain by getting this tone stack out of the way mostly. So anyway, I'll experiment with that and tell you how it turns out. Take care. Remember how I said you want to scrape those old crusties off of these chassis solder joints, right? Here's a case in point right here. That 65 Bandmaster. Look at that. What do you see? Whoop, let me get you through there, through the jack. Well, well, well. Looky here. Looks like the cause of that vibration-induced intermittency is a broken solder joint off of that brass grounding plate, isn't it? Watch this. I was like, what is doing that? Look at this puppy. Let me get in there. Look at that. Get these jacks out of here. Fix that. Bye. There she is. There's your jacks out of the way. Look at that. Let's give her a fresh new outlook on life. Update. Right, well, there we go down there. You could see her. So what happened was Fender, whoever was assembling it, didn't leave enough lead to really get good purchase onto that brass grounding plate. So it was just barely over the margin of it. So I ran a new lead, a new bit of 20 gauge bus wire, 22 gauge bus wire down with ample lead. I was actually able to do a nice bend to take some tension off of it, which is probably what led to that crack to begin with. And now we're in business. I mean, bad things happen. You're going to get an interruption when you're ungrounding the power amp.